Originally, I invited Miss Pretty Brown to be a guest on my podcast, Super Special Mamas, but we decided to just hop on live so we can just have a candid conversation about special needs motherhood. So I'll still interview you, and then you can ask me questions if you would like.
Okay.
Um, but so my podcast is called Super Special Mamas, and I'm just trying to build a community for us, mothers of special needs kids, where we can come and vent and ask questions or look for answers or resources or laugh or cry or whatever it is, right? Because some things, like we have hard days. We have really hard days.
Yes, we
All
do.
moms have hard days,
Yes.
right? Whether you have one kid, two kids, doesn't matter. We all have hard days. But sometimes we feel guilty. I just think that as special needs moms, it probably a little more difficult because we're also dealing with grief, right? Because
Most
our children
definitely
aren't
is.
doing like the things that we feel like they should be doing at their age. But then we feel guilty because we don't really have nobody to talk to about that. And I feel like I can talk to you and be like, man, this sucks sometimes, right?
Yes.
But I can't really say that to somebody because then you'll get the whole, oh, well, it's still a blessing just to be, yeah, I know all that, but this sucks today. Like,
Yeah.
it's hard today.
And I'm
You know?
frustrated today. I'm struggling today.
Yes, yes. So that's what Super Special Mamas is all about. Um, please follow me. My daughter, my social media handle is Super Special Mamas, but also My Raya Sunshine, MyRayah Sunshine HTX. And everybody knows Pretty Brown and Miss Dallas. If you don't, if you're learning about Pretty Brown through my page, please go follow her. Just click on her name and follow her. And if you're just learning about me, click on my name and follow me.
Please follow. Yes, follow her.
Yes. But so let's talk about you. You're a mom of how many?
Three. I have three children. I have two girls and one boy.
And how old are they?
My oldest, Mariah, she's very private, so she don't like her age to be put out there. So, but
Okay.
she's in high school. She got a few years of high school left. And my
Okay.
son, he is 12. He'll be 13 in February. And then I
Mhm.
have Dallas. She is 10. She just turned 10.
Okay. And we see you. So let's talk about Miss Dallas. What's her diagnosis? When did you find out?
Okay, so Dallas' diagnosis is called CDKL5. It's a rare genetic disorder. We knew she was delayed. Was like she wasn't like sitting up on her own. She wasn't rolling over. She wasn't holding her bottle. She wasn't doing a lot of things. And she had her first seizure, I would say maybe 10 months. And when she had that
Mhm.
seizure, I was freaking out. I was crying. I was on a 911 dispatch call and I started praying. And the 911 dispatcher was agreeing with me in the name of Jesus. And
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
ambulance came and we were shot to the doctor at the emergency room. He was like, you know what? You say she's delayed and she had a seizure. Let's run some tests on her. And they ran some tests on her and we got a diagnosis maybe about 2 months later.
Okay. And you said it's called what? Oh shoot.
C as in cat, D as in dog, L as in love, the number five, and then K. Wait, CDKL5. CDKL5. Yeah.
There we go. Okay. So is it something progressive? My daughter has cerebral palsy, and we know that that's brain damage that affects her. I'm sorry, I'm trying to
You're fine. You can get your camera together.
real time going live, right?
Don't
Um,
you don't have to
cerebral,
apologize.
cerebral palsy, which is brain damage that affects movement, and language, right?
Yeah.
And it's not progressive. Like her brain damage is permanent. Um, it won't change. She's only 3 right now, but I know, I don't know. I don't. It's not progressive. Like the damage is done, but since their brains are so little, she can still grow and develop and adapt, right?
Correct.
So is it progressive or is it?
No, it's not progressive. It'd be
Mhm.
the same.
Okay.
And
And
it's
then,
fairly new. It was founded in 2004, so it's not very much research behind it. So they're still learning with it also.
so what does it involve? Is it any treatments or?
It's it's a neuro. I can't say that word right.
Neurological.
Neurological.
Yeah.
But the main things that come with it, the characteristics is seizures, development delay. You know, a lot of people like when she crossed her legs, but that's very common with the condition that she has, the crossing of the
Mm-hmm.
legs. Um, I'm very blessed because I would say she got about maybe 65, 70% of the condition. She don't have all the characteristics that come with the condition. She
Mm-hmm.
also has it has like small hands and feet. She don't necessarily have that issue.
Mm-hmm.
Cortical vision with her eyes, you know, the vision problem. A lot of them have like gastro feeding problems with the tube. We don't have that problem, to God be the glory. But
Yeah.
it's seizures is the main thing. Seizures can start as early as birth. So ours started later, but seizures are the main thing and development delay. And a lot
Mm-hmm.
of them don't walk. A
Mm-hmm.
lot don't walk. So even
But I
though
does she walk a little bit? I saw you standing with her to get her weight.
she
Does she?
she walks,
Okay.
but her balance is
Yeah. Well, thank
unpredictable.
you. Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you
That's
don't know what
what
you get.
So how? So you found out when she was 10 months.
Well, she had her first seizure at 10 months. We found out about 2 months later. So I say about
Yeah,
12
like
months,
almost a year.
13.
Yeah. So now I want to talk about you. How? Let's backtrack. We'll go. Tell me about Pretty Brown before you had the baby. Let's talk a little bit, because I know sometimes talking about our babies and the diagnosis can get a little heavy, and I don't want us to like start crying and nothing like that. So let's backtrack a little bit, and then we'll come back. Okay. So tell me about you before you became a mama. What were you doing? What were you
I,
like?
I, I
What
was a
what
hot
made
I
you
was a
continue?
hot mess. I was
That-
but I come from I had a rough childhood. You know, my mom passed away when I was 11 to
Oh,
breast cancer.
oh wow. Okay.
And maybe about 4 May, June, July, 2 months later, I got sick with cancer. And
Oh
I
no.
was sick in the hospital. My aunt raised me. I was raised by my aunts. And so I've always had the personality of strength. Like, you know, don't feel sorry for me. I'm good. I'm strong, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
And when I was young, I was a bad little girl. I was bad. I acted out really a lot when I was a kid. In my teenage years, I kind of chilled out, black and adult. I was like, you know, a partier, and I like to fight a lot. I used to fight. I used to
Mm-hmm.
like to fight, you know, Miss Badass. You could tell me, you know, I'm tough. What you want to do? So I did a lot of partying. And when I had my oldest daughter, Mariah, I had her at 19. So she calmed me down a lot and I slowed down. I did some party, but not as much. I still
Yeah.
went to church. I went to church because I was raised in the church, which
Yeah.
I'm very thankful that I come from a praying family.
Yeah.
So I was raised in the church, and then I had Mariah. You know, just if I knew then what I know now, life would be a
Yeah.
little different. But you know, we live and we learn, and we gotta
Oh yeah.
bump our head to
Oh
find
yeah.
figure things out in life. So
Yes.
I
Oh my.
had her at 19, and then I had my son 5 years later,
Mm-hmm.
and then I had Dallas 2.5 years later. But
Mm-hmm.
me before, as a mother, was a partier, and I was just swore I was a little gangster, and I just thought I was nothing but a crash dummy. I wasn't doing anything big. I made a lot of poor choices in my younger days that shaped me to who I am now this day. I've learned from my mistakes and
Yeah.
I've grown a lot.
Yeah. I'm with you there about the. Yes, I'm with you there. I'm with you there about the poor choices. I That's a part of being a teenager, right? And being
Right.
young, like going, enjoying life and making mistakes. And it does help us, it shape us to be the moms that we are today. So talk about after you got Dallas's diagnosis. One thing that special needs moms that we deal with, we are grateful, we are blessed, we love our kids. They're the best things that ever happened to us, but we do deal with grief
Yes.
because we didn't want this for our babies, right? We didn't want this for ourselves. Sometimes we question why, even if you believe in God, like it's okay to question God. And I've
Yeah.
asked, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
How have you been? Because Dallas is 10 now, and my daughter's 3, so I'm nowhere, I still have a long road to go. how do you deal with that now? Or what?
Um,
How did you deal with it then? Did I know that you're strong, and people say that about me because I've been through a lot, and here I am trying to host a podcast.
and you doing
um,
good, and you doing well, you're doing awesome.
After all of that, well, we got to keep going, right?
Yeah.
And we're both using our not using because it is a gift, it is a blessing to want to share, right? And
Yes.
to be
Yes.
this open and to help other people through this, right?
Yes.
Um, but there are times I know, like, you can't be strong all the time. Like, how in those quiet moments, how have you handled that? Do you have a support system? Because it does get hard. In the
I
beginning,
do.
when you found out, how did you, how'd you feel? How'd you react?
When 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 I first found out about Dallas, I it took me a while to accept it. I did a lot of comparing to other babies. You know, I still do that a little bit. I do a
Yeah,
lot of comparing about what she doesn't do, and that baby the same age, and she doesn't do that. And I struggle a lot in the beginning to accept it. I never. Whenever I talk to God about Dallas, I never question Him why or how come me. I
yeah,
just asked him to increase her and to give me strength for
yeah,
whatever it is that come with this life with her. And I struggled a lot. I did a lot of crying, which I
yeah,
still do. I do a lot of crying. I do a lot of praying, and I have a good support system though. I have
yeah.
my sisters. Me and Dallas dad separated when she was a baby. He's
Okay.
there also though. He's
Mm,
present. Like if she get hospitalized, he gonna stay one night and then I stay another night. So
okay.
I'm not in this walk alone, but you still have those moments where you
Well, you
feel
feel
like you
me.
alone.
Yes, yeah, I totally
Yes.
understand. My daughter, my ray of sunshine, her name is Jerea, so ray of sunshine, right? She's 3, but my firstborn, Jaron Lanier, he's my firstborn. He was born in 2021, and he had a lymphatic malformation. I'm not sure if you've had a chance to go to look at my page or anything, but he had a mass on his neck, like it was huge, a huge mass on his neck. And I found out at 20 weeks.
Oh wow.
So he didn't even, like, I never got to bring him home. He was in the NICU because the mass was pressing on uh, his esophagus, right? So we had to do a whole thing, like an exit procedure where it was a C-section, but it was vertical, right? So that they can pull him out while he was still attached to my umbilical cord to keep breathing. And then they had to intubate him, like technically while he was still in my womb. Um, but anyway, so lymphatic malformation is also a rare disease. Like 1 in 4,000 children get it. And when I found out, like I had no idea what it was. I started doing research and stuff. I did not know what to expect, right, when he was born. Um, and then when I seen him, I guess I had started preparing myself. But of course, when I saw him, I didn't even see the mask. I just seen a cute little boy, right? My little baby. And I was in the NICU with him 145 days. His dad was there, my husband as well. But um, I did question it. I did talk to God and wonder, like, am I being punished? Like, what did I do? Because I've lost a few pregnancies, and I just felt like, or why is my body failing me? Like, what's wrong with me? Or what's wrong with my body? Or did I do something wrong? And it was hard. I did a lot of. I had to take it off real quick though, so I could be strong for him, right? Because I realized that when your baby is in the NICU or when your baby is sick, if you're encouraging, you know what I mean, and you're praying over them and you're gonna be okay, we're gonna be fine, we got this, it helps them, right? Versus me being in there like, oh, my baby is sick and oh, what's gonna happen and oh, just woe is me. I was determined not to be like that.
That
And
was
I know
me.
that you're not like that either, right, with Dallas. So and I'm the same way. He passed away in January of 2022, so he was only 5 months. And then I was pregnant again with my daughter. Two
How
months
so?
later.
2 months later.
2 months later, 7 months postpartum. He died in January. She was born in October of 2022. And again, like my uterus ruptured and we almost died. Literally, like I just woke up at 3 in the morning in pain. I thought I was going into labor early. went to the hospital. They did the emergency C-section, and when I woke up, the doctor said, "I'm so glad y'all came to the hospital because y'all wouldn't be here if you didn't
Wow.
listen to your body." So, and I didn't know. I knew she was going to be delayed just because of how she was born, and she had to be resuscitated and stuff. But I had no clue. I didn't find out until she was like 1.5, that it was cerebral palsy. And even still, like I dealt with grief and stuff like that. But she is just so cute, and she is such a happy baby, and she is just always smiling, and she's just so determined. And like, how can I feel guilty about that, right? Or how can I
That's what I say.
question, like these amazing little kids? So, I mean, he chose us for this journey for a reason, and
There's a purpose. There's a purpose behind it. And almost every time Dallas have a seizure, I go to the after she's done, I go to the bathroom and I cry.
yeah,
But when I see her get up and she walks around or she up and happy like she didn't have a seizure 20 minutes ago, if she can be strong,
yeah,
I can be strong. If she can push
yeah,
through, I can push through. And
right,
but yeah,
right.
that's her. I gotta be strong, and I'm learning to give myself grace. I preach to give grace, but I'm learning to give myself grace also.
Yeah,
You have to
yeah.
give yourself grace.
Yeah, that's so true. That's so true. I always feel like I'm not doing enough, or I'm not doing a good job, or I should be doing more for her because I work full time, and then she's in daycare, and there's like a lot of, I wish she could get more therapy, but right now I can't afford it. You know what I mean? And I always beat myself up because I just feel like if she had more, she could be doing better, but she's doing great. She's just really doing great. And you're right. I have to give myself more grace for that. So thank you for saying that.
Yes,
I appreciate it.
you
I
give
appreciate
yourself grace. And one thing, like I said, I never ask God why when it comes to Dallas and her condition, but I would just ask him to cover her. But one day I prayed for her, for him to increase her. And
it.
before she started walking, she had this little gate trainer,
Mm-hmm.
and she would never walk in it. She would just stand in the gate trainer. But
Mm-hmm.
after I said this prayer for God to increase her, she got her walk that little gate trainer, and she just took off out of nowhere. One day, like out of nowhere, I'm like, where did this come from? And God
Yeah,
was like, you prayed for it, you asked for it.
yeah,
And
yeah.
I don't want to sound holy, but my strength comes from the Lord.
Absolutely. Yes.
I'm
Yeah,
nothing without
yeah.
Him.
Oh, girl. Yeah, I'm so with you. Like, I have been through so much in my life, and you know, we don't look like on the outside what we've been through, right? But I know it was absolutely God that brought me through all of this. Every single thing. Like, I'm here today. Me and my daughter. We're here. We're
Yes,
alive because of God. So I know she has a purpose. I have a purpose.
yes, you
And
do.
hopefully what we're doing is the purpose that He has for us, right?
Yes.
So tell me, like, how long have you been sharing content about Dallas? Because I just discovered you maybe a month or so ago, but you've been doing this for a while, right? Or no?
I used to like share my Snapchat and my Facebook with friends and family, and I would get a lot of messages on Snapchat like, "I enjoy seeing, I love seeing you post her. It encouraged me. It's so inspiring." So my New Year's resolution for 2024 was to just be consistent on my content. So I really
Mhm.
been consistent on January of 2024. So about like a year and a half now, where I've
Okay.
been consistent with it.
And you started on Snapchat.
Started on Snapchat.
I have not even downloaded Snapchat. It took me forever. First of all, when Instagram came out, Instagram probably came out in 2011 or 10 or something like that. I
Hmm.
didn't get on Instagram until 2013
Me
because I was
too.
so addicted to Facebook. But
Hmm.
then I felt like, well, everybody's on Instagram, so let me go ahead and join. And then I got addicted to that, right? And I remember 2020 when TikTok kind of started, and there's a guy named Gary Vee that I follow. And Gary Vee used to say all the time, TikTok is going to be the biggest thing. You better join. You better. And I never joined. I literally just joined TikTok last year. So
I
it's
wish
probably
I would have.
that. I feel like I can't add any more apps. I already have. I'm already.
Man,
I can focus as it is.
the
Right.
space on our phone is awful.
Yeah. Same. I love my phone, but I have so many apps, and I just Maybe is it too late to join Snapchat? Are people still on there?
You
Maybe I'll try.
no, it's never too late. You know, when I first started my content, I'd be looking at all these big creators and everybody posting their content, and I'm like, I should have started doing COVID. That's why I used to say I should start doing COVID. And then I said to myself, it's okay. It's my time. It's my season. It's my
Yeah.
time. It doesn't matter when you start. It's when you start. So you
Yeah.
can get started and you can get out there and you can
Yeah.
do it. It's
Yeah.
never too late.
Yeah.
Because
Thank you.
and what I like to encourage for special moms with content, you know, you gotta when you want to be a successful content creator, you gotta be different. And our life is different and hectic already as it is, just being a special mom.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
it's okay to do your special mom content and just be yourself,
Yeah.
encourage each others, and have your directive your target audience that you want to target. And ours
Yeah.
is special moms because you don't see too many of us out here. You don't see too
No.
many moms.
No. I've noticed like on TikTok, and I follow a lot of special moms on TikTok. We all share our stories individually, right? But I haven't really seen a community come together. So I'm hoping this will help. I'm hoping,
Yes,
we can talk more often and just
yes.
bring everybody together. And you're right up the street, so Dallas is up the street. I'm in Houston, right? We say it's right up the street. So
And I know
um,
a few moms that can be on here.
we can meet. Yes, I would love that. I would love that. Um, do you want? Let's see, because I don't want to keep you on. What time is it?
No, you're not. You're
We're
fine.
going to talk
There's
about.
no rush.
Um, you
But
want
I
to
can.
go? You want to go grab our baby so everybody can see him live?
You can.
Or do you don't want to interrupt her?
No, you
Because
fine. You can get. I can go get Dallas.
okay, I'm gonna go get Jared too. Okay,
Mariah,
we'll just let them say hi real quick.
bring me Dallas, please. Hey y'all, love you guys. Thank you guys, whoever on this live. Can you bring me Dallas and watching this live? I genuinely love you guys and appreciate the love and support. Send me a message. Cause we're gonna get special moms on this. She has a podcast and we're gonna get on there and share our stories and talk. You know, some things we don't want to talk about with, other people, our own little special group. You know she turned up. Yeah, I know Dallas turned up. Come here, mommy. What happened to your ponytail? Come here, please.
Okay, girl.
Oh my goodness. Hi, pretty girl.
Say hey.
Hi.
Come on, girl.
Hi,
You can come on.
sunshine. That's come say hi. Look at this pretty girl.
Hi, everybody.
Look, mommy, look at that pretty girl.
So this is Jerea. This is my
Look
red
at you.
sunflower.
Hi, Jurea. Hi,
Thanks
pretty.
everybody for joining. Dorinda from Birmingham. Hi. I was just thinking about goodness.
Hi.
Lanika, send one of us a message. I know
Yes.
you're talking a pretty brown, but wait. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna put it back.
And another thing people love our kids. Oh, I love them so much, but we just can't trust on in everybody. They
Yeah,
nonverbal. They don't talk, so
right.
they have to be with us all the time because everybody can't watch them.
Right. So my daughter, she's been going to her daycare since she was 3 months, right? And it was the hardest thing ever. I had to build trust with them, and I do trust. They send me updates, like there's an app, and they'll send me pictures and stuff like that. But it is still the hardest thing ever to trust somebody. You wanna leave? She said I'm interrupting her because she was
She's
walking
like,
her
girl,
son.
please.
Yeah, but you're right. And then she's about to start pre-K3, and I'm just tell me about that. When Dallas went to school, did she do pre-K3?
She did, and I'm very grateful because she started. I had to go back to work, so she started daycare at 6 weeks. To this daycare called Simply Smart in Urban, Texas, and they accepted Dallas. She didn't want to help me get her diagnosed, like for
Okay.
therapy, and the therapy would come to the daycare, and they would see Dallas when she was younger. And
Mhm.
she took her first steps at the daycare. They would help her walk. Like it was an awesome daycare because now
Yeah.
daycares they want in order for her to go to daycare, they said she had to have an aide with her. Well, it's not important her going to daycare if it's going to be an aide with her. So it's so
Right.
hard for her to find her daycare because we moved from that town that she went to daycare at. And when she was in pre-K, that's when she first got her wheelchair. When she was about
Okay.
3.5, 4 years old.
Yeah.
You
We
did
have
it.
an evaluation on Friday for her to get her wheelchair because she'll need it to be able to get on the school bus.
Yep, that's what we need.
So she started daycare when she was 3 months, and so she was in class with the infants. And after her first birthday, like a year and a half, even two, she was still in there with the babies. But the owner of the daycare noticed.
You get used to it. Listen, hey,
I know
this our
the
life.
owner,
And you,
the
this
owner
what
of
it is.
the daycare just noticed how much progress she was making, and she decided to move her to another class with the 18 to 24 months. So I have a video that I shared on my social media of her going to her new class and her little gait trainer. And since
Oh,
she has been in the class with the 18 to 20, the walkers, she has blossomed, and she just want to
see,
do everything that they're doing, right? So
that's
even though
good.
I'm nervous about her going to pre-K three, I think she'll thrive even more because it's a smaller environment and she'll
Yes,
get
it's a
more
smaller
closer.
environment. Yes.
Yeah.
And
So maybe,
you get 101 a lot of 101 with the teachers. You have IAP meetings about the progress and the goals. And
yeah,
shout out to the daycare for you, but because she was still in a pamper, but they let her go to her actual age appropriate group. But
yeah,
they will still change her pull-ups and
yeah,
get her off and on in the bus. Like it was a
yeah,
shout out to Simply Smart Daycare, Urban, Texas. I'm
yeah,
thinking about letting her go this summer. Go out there this summer because I
yeah.
miss them and I know they will treat her right and I know she's in good hands
Right,
and they take
right.
very good care and they just let Dallas be
Yeah,
Dallas because not
yeah,
all daycare is gonna accept your kid.
yeah. Yeah, I've had some moms comment and say that they can't find a daycare and they just let her and her gait trainer go all around and they
Hmm.
love her. They
That's what
love her.
she
So
did. I'm
I'm
so
happy.
happy she's getting her wheelchair too. She's
Yeah.
gonna be so cute. It's gonna be so little and cute. You
Ah,
gotta post pictures of her in her wheelchair. It's gonna help you out
Right.
so much.
Well,
It's
I
gonna
miss
lower
it.
the anxiety of going out in public also.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes. The
Yeah,
wheelchair is gonna
that's
help you.
another thing. Like, I try to do all the things with her. Like, she loves a splash pad and she loves the pool. But everyday tasks like going to the store, sometimes I'll take her a lot because she likes to be nosy and look around. Because sometimes I just don't feel like, because of our special needs babies, it's not just hop in the car and go. We can never just hop in the car and go.
Oh,
We got
it's
to
never
pack
that
our
easy.
equipment. We got to pack our bags. We got to pack all of the stuff that we need, just to make sure. And sometimes I just don't go because I don't feel like doing all that.
It's a lot. It's a
It
lot.
is a lot.
Unload the wheelchair, diaper bags,
Yeah,
and rescue
yeah,
medicine, and Pampers,
yeah.
and hopefully it's
So,
a good time. Does she get
yeah,
overstimulated? Or
yes,
she
yes,
does?
yes. Loud noises. Sometimes, depending on the music, it'll overstimulate her. Uh, Too many people definitely overstimulates her. I tried to take her to a little soft play thing called Toddler Town, and she was not having it. It was just too much going on. So
And then that's when we back off. It's too much. We back off, and and I let her go, let her try again. Different
yeah,
time we try again. But I don't
yeah,
ever keep her. I don't want to ever keep her in the house. And that's why I
right,
try to encourage other moms.
yeah. Do
You
all the
don't keep her in
things.
the house because other people.
Yes,
And now it might be hard for your mental. Now, if it's hard for you mentally, then take baby steps. But don't ever keep your kid inside because other people.
yeah. One thing I did with her, after I found out that it was cerebral palsy, right? She was so tiny. She's still tiny now, even though her dad, she's growing and getting long. Um, But they babied her a lot, right? They didn't, it was just, oh, she's so precious. Oh, I don't want her to fall. But I was always encouraging her to move, to roll around, to climb on stuff. Now she'll climb, her bed is right next to our bed. But I showed her how to climb out of the bed.
See, look at
And
you.
sometimes it bites me in the butt because, I'm trying to sleep. But I've always encouraged her to kind of be a risk taker and to learn. And I know that's one of the reasons why she's trying to take steps now because I've encouraged I tell them like you have to let her fall. She's pulling herself up, but she needs to fall. Now I might pad the ground to make sure she doesn't hurt herself, but if she's gonna grow and progress, she has to learn how to fall
Like
and
any other
know
kid.
what things like, yeah. So now she'll just try to do everything, and I'm thankful for that. So
Would you get her a safe bed like the bed Dallas have? Does she
all
get
this.
out and wander?
So she's not walking, but she knows how to roll around and she'll scoot around to get to what she wants. So I don't, I have a rail on her bed now, and then I like pad it. So that would probably be best a thing to do.
For
So
now,
maybe
yeah.
I have to look into it
And
because
she'll walk.
she fell out of the bed. She climbed out. Well, she flipped out of it already.
All
So
babies do.
yeah, she rolled out of bed today, right before our call. I was
Aw.
I was changing her and I turned right around to get her some clothes and she rolled out. She moved so fast and our bed is up high and I felt terrible. But she's okay.
Yes. I remember them times. Dallas fell out the bed plenty of times. And Dallas didn't start walking like walking where she can really go from point A to point B because she was like 5 years old.
Okay. I
So
was gonna ask you
give
about that.
yourself grace. Give yourself grace. It takes time. And like her best friend Owen, his
I
mom,
see.
potty trained him. It took a while too. So I wanted to do it, but me and her teacher talked about it. But I think maybe in January
You know,
start, trying potty train. It may take
yeah.
years, but it's
Yeah,
okay.
she'll get it. She's gonna
She'll
get it.
get it.
And our babies, they're so determined. And as long as someone, I don't know where I read it or what I saw, but a parent said, as long as your child is determined and interested, they'll do it.
Yes.
Because I know, there's some moms, some parents out there, and their kids are just not interested or not trying. Not to say that they won't. I'm sure they will eventually, but it's easier when they're interested, right? When they're trying to do stuff.
See, we have done that. We have took breaks from therapy for Dallas. She seemed uninterested. She wasn't trying. We take a break and we come back a few months later and try therapy again. You
I
know?
see a comment from Arnetta. She said, "Will you reach out to people on here?" Arnetta, are you interested in being on one of the podcasts? And I know that Pretty Brown is doing a special mom shout out. So you can send one of us a message or both of us a message. I know she would love to, and I would as well. I
If
see
you
I'm looking at some of the comments.
if you we may have some more people who join the live. You want to tell them about your podcast?
Okay, so I have a podcast called Super Special Mamas. Super Special Mamas on all platforms, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. I just started, so I am trying my best to grow and get this out here. But I would love to talk to you guys if you want to share your story for the world, or you have some advice, or you want some advice, or you're looking for answers. That's where you can come to Super Special Mamas and we could talk about it. Or if you have a suggestion, you don't want to be on the show, but you want to maybe see if anybody else is dealing with the same thing, you can send me that question. You can send Pretty Brown that question because we're going to do this again. She actually is going to come on the podcast. So maybe you guys can send us your questions, um, or whatever you have. And I'll make sure that when she comes on the show, we'll talk about those things. But it's Super Special Mamas on TikTok and YouTube and Instagram and Facebook. I have a group called Super Special Mamas. And then my personal, where I'm showing my content with my daughter, is My Ray of Sunshine, MYRAYAH, Sunshine, HTX for Houston, Texas. So My Ray of Sunshine, HTX. And
Make
I'll
sure you
put
guys
you in.
follow her. You guys don't forget to follow.
Yay.
We support all special mom content in groups.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. And
So
let's see. So real quick, because it's 7:23, and I know we've been going for almost an hour, and we'll probably talk for a long time if we could, right?
I
Um,
love to talk.
me too. Me too. But so I have a evaluation on Friday to get her wheelchair, right? And Dad feels like getting her a wheelchair is kind of moving backwards or whatever. But I've seen a lot of moms say it's just an extra form of mobility and it's not going to stop them from walking.
Yeah,
Because she takes steps in her gait trainer and she takes steps unsupported, but she gets really tired. So, it's just for me, like,
it's
just
for
somewhere for her to
yeah.
sit. Just to
It,
work
it
on
helps in your mental. You know, it's a lot. It helps in for school. And the reason why God's wheelchair was for school, if a fire break out, if it's an emergency, we need to be able to get
yeah,
her out in a timely manner. Her wheelchair
yeah,
is for transportation and safety measures. We don't, she don't, if I'm not doing Dallas hair or I'm not feeding her, her wheelchair, we don't use it at home. It's for
okay, right,
transportation. Or at
yeah,
school, and people think that they keep her in her chair in school. They don't. Like one time she had a seizure at school and I go up there. They let me go to the back of the classroom where she was. Her wheelchair was sitting outside the classroom. They don't even go in the class. It stays out the classroom. It's just for
okay,
transportation. That's
okay,
all.
okay. That
Don't
makes
feel
sense.
bad. She's not gonna progress. It's gonna help her out a lot. And
Yeah,
she's gonna start moving on wheels and everything.
yeah. That's what I hope. So her cerebral palsy affects all four of her limbs. Her legs are very strong, but her arm movement, isn't totally great. But I feel like once she learns that she can use that to move around, she's gonna get it.
Oh, she's gonna be busybody.
Yeah.
Does she be in pain with this?
I honestly I don't think so because she doesn't really cry that much. She only cries, when she's hungry, sleepy, or when she want me to turn the channel. Like if she's tired of watching something and she wants me to turn the channel, she'll whine. But I don't really think she's in pain.
Okay, that's good.
I know like sometimes at night she'll start kicking a lot, and sometimes I'll massage her legs or massage her feet and she'll stop. So I don't know if that means she's in pain or if she's just uncomfortable or if she's just frustrated because she don't want to go to sleep, you know? So I'm still trying to figure it out. I
You
learn new
learned it.
things about her every day.
No,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Let's see. Uh, well, let's see.
Yeah,
And
come
this,
here, please. Come here, Dallas. People like, can she hear? Yes, she can hear. She's like ignoring people. Dallas can hear just fine. She's
yeah,
be ignoring me.
yeah. Jerea, she's nonverbal. She hasn't said any words, but she babbles a lot. She talks a lot, and she understands very well. She may like I'll say, "Where's your ears?" and she'll slowly touch her ears, or "Where's your face?" or she understands. We call her name, and she looks. Uh,
Smart baby.
yeah, she really is. She knows exactly. If I say, like if I'm putting on her shoes and stuff, like I'll say, "Give me your foot," and she'll lift her foot up or whatever. So I think I know that she understands well, and I feel like she just has all this knowledge and all these words just stored up and she gets frustrated because
She can't express it.
in my mind she's saying, I hear you, right? Like I understand. I just want to get it out. I can't get it out. Like maybe it's not organized. I don't know. But I feel like one day she's just gonna start talking and never stop.
She
I was
is.
I see a
She
lot of people
is.
say that. I see a lot of people say that about their babies. Like my baby was nonverbal and then when he started talking or she started talking, yeah.
Oh. See, I hope I was saying when Dallas come out her procedure tomorrow, I hope she's talking. But I'm afraid that when it's like a reset and she
Yeah.
come out talking.
Yeah. Well,
We'll
hey, just be
see.
there when she wakes up and have her a snack, even though she won't be able to eat it for like 30 minutes. Uh, but she's gonna be hungry.
Okay.
My baby,
Yeah.
I didn't have nothing.
Okay, because she can, yeah, you're right, because she can't eat nothing past 12 tonight besides just water.
Yeah,
And
she's
she
gonna be
love her cup.
thirsty, and she's gonna be hungry.
Does she know how to drink out of a cup like this, or she drinks out of a sippy cup?
My daughter has a little sippy bear, like the little
Okay.
honey bear, and
Yeah.
it has handles on it, so she can hold the handle sometimes. And she mostly eats purees. She's not really on food foods, but she does like cake. If you give her a piece of cake or a cupcake, she'll eat it. Things that are soft, right?
Oh,
I try everything I eat. I try to feed her, like pizza, chicken, whatever it is. She has tried a few French fries before, um, but mostly snacks. Like she likes the little Gerber puffs, the little that get really soft in your mouth. She'll eat that.
yak snacks.
Um, yeah, but I usually I'll blend up vegetables for her. She loves sweet potatoes and bananas and avocados and stuff like that. But one thing I'm struggling with now is that since she doesn't move around a lot, her digestion, like her poops, is so hard for her. And so
Yeah,
maybe
read the comments, Crystal.
have you dealt with that?
Say it again. I'm sorry, I got thrown off. What was the question? I
Hold
was reading the
on, I
comments.
see Crystal saying, do y'all? I've been looking through the comments and I've been talking. I love Crystal says she loves the way you care for your daughter, Pretty Brown. Yes. Encouraging other moms. Yep. Yep. She does. Oh, Jade, my son was never supposed to walk or talk, and he does both. That's great. That's great.
How old was he when he started, Jade?
Let's see if she will respond to
Oh,
that.
she said 12 years old.
Okay. Cool.
You,
Hi.
do your baby, she don't have seizures, do she?
She has not had any seizures.
Okay, good.
I'm just praying and, you know, that's my word. I'm so terrified. I hope he doesn't have them.
Yeah,
But I know that a lot of kids with CP have seizures, but I
yeah,
have seen a lot of moms that said they don't.
that's good.
So yeah,
That's
so
good. That's good.
yeah.
Keep my little man.
I have a niece. My niece has epilepsy, and she had her first seizure when she was 10 or 11.
That's not
So
bad.
yeah, and so
Wow.
she's been through a lot. She's been through a lot as well. Um, let's see. Well, anyways, it's 7:30. So, and Joy is still in this lesson. I know she's hungry and she's gonna want. I need to go get her ready for bed and stuff like that.
Thank you. Thank you
But
guys so much
first
for
of
being on the
all,
live.
yeah, Jay said he was injured at 6 months. I see that. Oh wow, that's such a blessing. Wow, he died 3 times when he was 6 months old and brought himself. Your son is a miracle. All of our kids are miracles, right?
Yes, they are.
Living, breathing miracles. And as much as I did a post about like toxic positivity, because sometimes, you know, when you're mad or when you're upset or when you're just dealing with your grief about your situation, because sometimes it sucks and someone tells you, and I know that they mean well, they're just trying to be encouraging. Like, I know that God chose me for this. I know that this is my purpose, my assignment. But
Good.
sometimes I want to hear that. Sometimes I want to hear it. Sometimes I just want to be mad. Like, but the truth is, our babies are special. Our babies are miracles. And I do feel lucky that she's mine, you know? Like, I don't know.
Couldn't imagine life
I could
without
not
it.
have imagined this being in my life, right? But if I can help another mom, just like you have helped thousands, hundreds of thousands of moms, you know, if I can help, then it's all worth it, right?
And I just want to say this one thing before we go. I struggle with, you know, well, there's other people going through worse things than what I'm going through. Like, I shouldn't feel the way I feel. And it's okay to feel how you feel because their
Yeah,
situation is not your situation.
yeah,
And you have emotions and you have feelings and you live in this situation daily. So it's okay. So I have to learn that it's okay to be like, it's hard. Like, I'm having a
yeah,
bad day. Like, I'm struggling
yeah,
mentally. Not to say that what people are going through is not worse than what I'm going through. And I have to learn that also. Like, it's okay.
yeah,
This is my story. This is my feelings. This is my thoughts. And what I'm
right.
dealing with is a lot.
Yeah, yeah. And that's part of that grace, right? That grace you said
Yes.
we have to give
Yep.
ourselves.
We
Yeah.
have to give ourselves grace.
Even though, yeah, there's always someone that has it worse, but that doesn't mean that what we're going through isn't bad either.
Yes,
So yeah,
ma'am.
you're
That's
right.
right.
I totally
Absolutely right.
agree. And I thank you guys for watching this, everyone that has stuck here with us for the whole, 45 minutes and our technical difficulties. Thank you so much. And we will be doing this again soon. Pretty Brown will be a guest on the Super Special Mamas
Yeah,
podcast.
me
Make
too.
sure you guys follow Super Special Mamas on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, um, Threads, and hopefully Snapchat. But follow so that you'll know when I post the episode with her on it because we'll do it soon. And then if you are a mom, well, of course, if you're a mom, but if you want to be a part of the conversation, if you want to go live with us or if you want to join the podcast, please send her a message or send me a message. Just click on my name, follow me, Sabrina McGill, or you can send a message to my Red Sunshine HTX, wherever. We'll find it and we'll reach out to you and we'll get it set up so we can all talk. Right.
Thank you, Jade. We love you guys. Hope you have a good
Yes,
night. Thank you for
love
watching.
you. Thank you, Pretty
See you
Brett. Tell
later.
Dallas good night.
Bye, guys. See you later. Thank you. Now we're gonna show how to get out.